What is up, America? This is Circus Tunes, and welcome to the circus. So, tonight, same night as the other two videos I posted, the two-parter, I want to talk about something that I think is a uh, ever increasing issue in the world today. Not with every person, but it is an increasing issue with the world today. And that is um, the blaming technology for our problems. Okay. Now, I was inspired to make this video from two things, or, well, two videos that I watched. One of them I watched several months ago, and then the other one I just got done watching. So the video I watched several months ago was about the Unabomber, the one who personally made bombs and put them on planes and put them in schools and universities and harmed and killed a lot of people. And the Unabomber also, during this, devised up a manifesto that was thoroughly criticizing the industrial world for destroying society, right? Okay, now I completely disagree with this manifesto for one reason alone, is that it is not tech's fault for our problems. That it's not tech's fault. And us blaming technology or social media for the problems that we are obviously causing is cowardly. It doesn't make us look good. So the thing is, we are the input. We created technology. We built it. We are the input. We are the. I mean, we control technology. It doesn't control us. So that being said, it bothers me a lot because anytime when you're hearing people talking about like schools, like bad grades in schools, right? Whenever you hear people talking about kids making bad grades or kids being lazy, which happens, or high schoolers being lazy or whatever like that, and if the kid is slightly showing any kind of signs of wanting to make good grades and better himself and go to college and do all this, it's immediately coined as, or it's labeled as entitlement immediately. And then they consider that a problem, and because they consider that a problem, they blame this on tech. Okay, that's another thing. Narcissism and the difference between narcissism and just generally wanting to do better for yourself, right? There's a big difference between this. Narcissism is someone who they're not focused on success. They're just focused on the idea of just being better and knowing more than everyone else. Even if they're professionals, even if they're talking to a professional, this person truly believes they know better and they are better than this person. That is a narcissist, right? Um, Narcissists tend to be obsessed with power and money and all this other stuff, but it tends to be towards the idea of them being better. But then you got someone who just wants to better themselves, someone that just wants to do better and make good decisions and all this. This isn't narcissistic. So there's a distinction here, right? And we don't want to get these mixed up because then you run into the conundrum of putting every single person in the same category, right? You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure you have the distinction down before you just start throwing accusations out there, because it makes you sound bad when you start saying stuff like, "Oh, it's social media's fault that everyone in the world is lazy." Not everyone in the world is lazy. And it's not tech's fault for that. Okay, that is their lack of decision making. That's on them, not tech, not social media. So doing this can do more harm than good. When you start generalizing like this, you start painting a picture of everyone in the world being the same exact way. Like no one's different. Everyone is exactly the same. No. And that's exactly the picture you're painting when you say stuff like this. When you start saying that, oh, well, yeah, everyone's into social media, therefore everyone's narcissistic. And that means because a lot of people on social media and because they're into social media and because they're on the computer or on the phones a lot, they don't work for anything, they're entitled, blah, blah, blah. And like, quote, everyone's like that. No. I disagree with that. There are people out there that are entitled, but that's not everybody. And it's not because of social media. That's because of their own lack of dealing with their problems, dealing with toxic thoughts in their heads. It's from a lack of them dealing with that. So, all that being said, if we continue blaming tech for our wrongdoings, this will progressively just get worse and worse. And I know a lot of people roll their eyes when they hear that, but it's true. So I'm not sitting here trying to preach to you. You don't have to take this. You can take this with a grain of salt. I don't care. Great. But I made this video because it's something that I talk avidly and passionately about. So I thought you guys would want to hear it. Tech is not the reason for our bad behaviors. It's not. It may be an increment of it, but it's not the whole reason. And saying it's the whole reason and saying that everybody's into it and everyone is, everyone, like there's an increase in everyone's bad because of it. The whole world is horrible and the whole world is entitled. Like all teenagers are entitled. All kids are entitled. All grown-ups are entitled. No, I disagree 100%. So for the people talking about this, you can exclude me from these conversations because to me, that stunts the conversation when you put it like that. So anyways, that's this video. Tech is not the reason for our bad behaviors. It's not the reason for our wrongdoings. We are. Period. So this is Circus Tunes, and welcome to the circus.